This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Pardon me.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right, too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Okay. Ah!
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Gan of Harros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
Yes! Yes!
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people, yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you, because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danan doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Xion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust, as a fellow human being above all else.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfried Milgras, the former Lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfried whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegus?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegus from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renus Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renan by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still... kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
Wow, this place is beautiful!
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these renans sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnagan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnagan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnagan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate, and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less, she would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Damn it. Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be you ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Ho! I am Lord Dohalim of Elden Menencia. I command you.
Rest of the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not.
If they want to fight, they got one.
Release! Dig in! Talon Hurricane!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
Talon Hurricane!
Holy land! A chain between heaven and earth.
I really know you want. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
The enemy wields
Carve
arts
through
too.
armor!
We'll soon see about that. Ready to go.
Do it! Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! You're wide open! Swallow down!
I'll be saving this one.
Resonate when you can't get out of this!
From
Talon Hurricane! Ripping you apart! Bloody howling! Talon Hurricane! Shion!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Retreat if you know what's good for you!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! Collapsing Talon Hurricane!
It's too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Sleep now. Healing circle. More for the top time. Here. Hit. Glacial spear. Pierce the evil. Thunder Hurricane.
Now we're not on your knees.
Blah blah blah. Magic. Blah blah blah. Light astral energy. I'm on a roll.
Talon Hurricane!
Flame of fury.
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver!
In here.
Seismic rush Glimmer flash!
Now! Isara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I've been doing really great lately. Get lost!
One talent heart! Shattering the pieces! Attack! Thankful
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Shine!
Talon hurricane!
Where are you going? Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Tectonic punch!
In here!
Swallow dance! Eagle wing! I'll finish you here and now!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Lunar blast!
Regenerate!
I'm just getting started! Ribbon cannon! Can you take it? I'll smash you!
Can't get out of this!
Swallow dance! Death blossom!
Elusive deity!
Talon hurricane! Talon hurricane!
It's in the sky!
I'm just getting
Feel my
started!
weary companion!
Glimmer dragon! Watch this! Eagle fly!
Lunar blast!
Talon hurricane!
This one!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Shine! Radiant
Eat
light!
this!
Force of regeneration!
Hurricane!
Let us take what prepares to be
Between heaven and earth! Lunar blast!
Where are you
A
going?
wailing dance of lightning!
Swallow dance!
All good things come to an end.
Healing
Feel!
in the wind! Air thrust! Flame of blast!
I'll thank you! I'll finish you here and now! I can carve through armor!
Glacial
Now
spear!
I'm in the groove!
Savior!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Eagle
Regenerate!
Another incantation ruined. See what happened there as you crossed
Holy
me.
glimmer!
Shouldn't have done that.
Talon hurricane! A chain between heaven and earth! I heal you all! A wailing banshee of lightning! Steel healing circle! Searing sky high! And that's unravel!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Magic advance!
Where are you going?
Can you take it? That freaking does it!
You picked the wrong fight!
Water!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Elusive deity!
What's this? Any
Water!
What's this? What's my
Pierce evil!
First strike! Now I'm
Charge
real
like that
mad!
could easily be
Dust
fatal.
to dust!
Just as well, I'm
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Read not my fire. Forgive me.
Here we go again! The flame inside me yearns to be lit up! My turn!
Supernova! Do it! I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Bring them down! Take this!
Healing circle! Illuminated!
Demon Wrath! This one's mine! I'm the true gunslinger around here!
I see one, eh?
Healing circle! Seal!
I'm sorry I'm troubled.
You do the same for me.
That helps.
Here! Talon Storm! Cyan is back into the fray!
Talon Hurricane! I'll finish you here and now! Elusive deity! I'll finally see what I can do! Soaring blast! Oh! Now I'm real mad! Eagle Rage! Blow him down! Tectonic Punch! Talon Hurricane!
Hear me!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Swallow Dance! They smite your blind rage! To me! Execution!
Being interrupted.
Rending you apart! Bloody Attack time! I'll grind you into dust!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
There's always room for improvement.
Let's see what you've got.
You've got spirit! I'll smash you! I'll finish you here and now! Thank you!
How long are we gonna keep this up for exactly?
Now you'll learn! Almost! Too slow! Bloody howling! Thank Bolero! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Get out of this! Talon Hurricane!
I never miss!
These fists have got your name on them! Shine!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Regenerate!
Shut him down!
Let us take to the fray! Thank Bolero!
Radiant
Eagle Side! I'll grind you into dust!
Healing
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Whirling struggle!
These fists have got your name on them! Breath of life! No! I won't! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Breath of life! Eat this! Come and kid! I'll finish you here and now! I'm ready! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them stand guard over the Forbidden Zone?
Let's dispose of the trash.
The flame will corruption! By the power of water! Let Astral Lightning do that!
Glimmer Dragon!
By the power
I think I'll pass on the handshake.
Eagle Ray!
Sleep now. I never miss.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Mega Ray!
What's this?
Searing flame! Reload!
Death Blossom! Seismic
Not
Rupture! What's that? Shine! Just radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! I'm just getting started! Resonate with the earth! Glimmer Dragon! Stalagmite! On your air pressure!
Holy Land!
Rending you
Chain
apart!
block!
Swallow Dance! Bloody howling!
Where are you going?
It was nice while it lasted! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! I'm on a roll now!
That annihilation! Hydrogen flame!
Allow me to help you. Now in the cooler! Rending you apart! Inferno Punch! On your altar! Oh! Now I'm real mad! Tally Hurricane! Heal my weary companion! Death Blossom! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Raging cascade! Healing circle!
Laser spear!
Talon hurricane! That freaking does it!
Freeze laser!
Far enough!
Shine!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! I'm just getting regenerate! Glimmer dragon!
Freeze laser!
Don't suffer
I'm on a roll now!
Fury!
Now I'm in trouble!
Glimmer
I'm just getting started!
Freeze laser!
Another incantation.
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'll heal you all!
Talon hurricane!
Almost!
I've let you all down.
I couldn't make it in time.
Winds of heaven! First hit in here!
Bloody holiday!
More for the stockpile!
Ready to go! Imbue this vanquished soul! Choose your denied!
Heal my weary companion.
Cure the art of being interrupted!
More for the stockpile!
Where are you going?
Talon hurricane!
More with that
Out of the woods.
Instinct shot! Talon hurricane!
Raging cascade!
Glimmer I'll finish you here and now! I'll finish you here and now!
You picked the wrong fight!
Freeze laser!
Talon
Hydration
hurricane!
now!
Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away!
We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Take this!
My reach is even wider.
Now you see what I can do!
Leave the agile
I
one to
really
me.
owe you one. Air
No art of being interrupted.
I'll finish you here and now! Oh, damn!
Heal my weary companion.
Burn!
I've used too much.
Here! I'm freaking!
Everlasting dark.
I can make an escape! Talon hurricane! Watch this! This one's all mine!
Can't swirl!
Talon hurricane! Not today!
Photon flash! Illusion magic advantage!
Talon hurricane! Death blossom! By the power of water! Talon bring you down! Take smite with blackened blade! Rip and tear!
Raging
I'm on a roll now!
Finish without a trace!
Talon hurricane!
Will this help?
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! You're wide open! Shattering the pieces! Attack high!
Forth the healing
Kill all
security!
damn! Take Bolero! Burn in hell!
Now!
Xion!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
You're definitely way stronger.
Yeah, nothing motivates you like having stakes this high.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen,
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.